Try getting hot butter and then tell me what happens. And then you're going to figure out that no, you're not getting the ambient effect. You're not going into a trance. You're not getting sedated, which is what a lot of people expect, because even melatonin will do that to an extent. It's not what we're looking for. We're looking for restoration,
Right.
not sedation. So,
Right. Definitely. And so with the muscle, with sarcopenia, going back to that too. So growth hormone is increased whenever we are sleeping and we get good sleep, REM sleep, and so doing that, if we don't get that, that's whenever our cortisol stays high, our brain doesn't flush, and then we also don't produce enough growth hormone, which helps us to have the protein synthesis and like build muscle and recover, even just in our workouts. So it's like how you're supposed to have a day off of working out so that your muscle can recover. You're also supposed to have a good night's sleep so that your muscle can recover. And if we're not getting the restorative sleep, not just sleep, but restorative sleep, then our body's not recovering. And then it's that vicious cycle, of by the time we get to be 60, 70, and 80s, that's some of our mind, I feel like, and not as even from a doctor, like I guess just from some stuff that I know as a doctor, but I'm not saying that I know this for fact. And I would love to do more research now that I have this extra time, which I don't have any extra time, on is some of this, affecting our dementia and our Alzheimer's patients, because I did see a lot of those. Like my grandmother had dementia and it was awful. I hated it. You go there, you just didn't know who you were. It's a sad, sad disease, and it's sad. And you don't know I don't know until I get to heaven and be able to ask them, like, what did you know what you were saying? Did you see us? You don't even know what are they really even seeing? Are they really just like just a plain person? You know what I mean? Like nobody in there, right? But it's for the people that are around you. It's like a cancer patient. Sometimes a cancer patient, they get on morphine, that's great and all, but who's suffering? All the loved ones that love these people is who's really suffering. And so you don't want to see your loved ones suffer. Like, I don't want to see my parents have this disease. I don't want them to have to go through that. And so I always am looking for a way to kind of combat that for myself. I don't want my kids to have to take care of me in that state. I want to live to be 100, but I want to know where I'm going. I want to be able to still go dancing if I would like. I want to still do the things. And so, but when you really look at all that, if you know the study, you know that you flush your brain out, and if you know that your brain is a muscle and all those things, no one can really probably, unless they're doing FDA approved stuff, that can say for sure if it does it, but there's got to be a connection. I feel like there's got to be a good connection there that we could use these products to help combat that, So in my mind, I think I'm doing some help for myself and anybody I tell it to, disclaimer, but.
hey, here's something else for you to think about. You talk about at night before you go to sleep, taking the restored, and then muscle protein synthesis as well. And how do we recover? Well, I am probably most excited about our fit and our caffeine-free fit, because when we first started formulating the caffeine-free fit, it was my idea with Dr. Mark to say, hey, we've got an AM and a PM formula now, and we can get
Yes.
2 fits a day, and we can enhance muscle protein synthesis during the day.
Double
when we need
time, 2
it, and we can
times.
enhance our
Yeah.
muscle protein synthesis at night while we're sleeping, which may be even more important than even during the day. And so now all of a sudden, we've got a product. Yeah, you can take your Restore, but you can take your Fit, basically at the same time. And then all of a sudden, muscle protein synthesis enhancement happening at night when it really matters most. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, totally excited. And it tastes delicious. So excited about that new product. Y'all do a great job of the scientists finding all the good stuff and making it taste good. So thank you very much for that little treat that you got us.
Well, that's a difficult job, but I'll tell you what, our team does a really nice job of it. No question.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you enjoying working for Make?
Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. My objective when I went back to redeploy at 54, I finished my PhD at 58. That redeployment was all about getting the credibility and the knowledge that I needed to educate people. Dr. Aimee, there's not a better way to educate people than this industry that we're in, because like they've given Dr. Mark and I every single week, we have our podcast. We're constantly teaching. We're constantly doing Zoom calls with practitioners, with our affiliates. So just the fact that we've been given this massive platform to just educate and to teach, I could have never, ever dreamed of having anything anywhere near like this. So this is the ultimate for me. I hope and I pray that it's the last thing I ever have to do. I really want it to be the last thing that I ever have to do, because it's so powerful when you're doing the things that we're doing, like just being on your podcast and being able to teach and educate. That's so impactful, and it's going to hit a lot of people. And so, I couldn't ask for anything more. I really couldn't.
Yeah, well, we appreciate that for sure for you. And I think that, we need more people out there that are looking to impact and not be about ourselves, but more about giving to others. I mean, you get so much more back when you do that. So that's kind of my goal too, is just be able to scream from the rooftops, tell people, educate people, and help people to get healthy in the best way possible that I know to do. And by grabbing people like you that have all this knowledge and helping to give other people the same knowledge that I go out and look for it. Some people don't. And so it needs to just come to them. So God willing, we hope this message that God gets it to the people that needs to get it out to, that people that they hear, their ears are open, their eyes are open, that they're open to getting the message that I'm trying to give out, that you're giving out, and that Make does. And I feel like Make does a great job of doing that. And Justin had a really good thing too. And we're kind of getting off on the subject. We could have probably ended there. But when Justin was here, I had him, and I guess we ended up talking about the affiliate structure of how like Make is structured with like the salespeople, like who goes out and does this education, right? And so, because I'm never been a salesman. If you tell a dentist that they have to sell their dentistry, they are so offended. It's like, I do not sell dentistry. I am a physician, I'm in medical, and I get it. And that's kind of the same thing a lot of people feel like. And this is not like that to me. Like, this is me educating these people. Like, I just want you to know the good stuff that I know, that I've found in these things. And if it's also in this other thing too, like I just want you to know what I have. And I feel like that's kind of where God's put me. And this market is so interesting, because that's kind of what Justin's process was, or what his thought process was that he didn't want to put on the shelf. And I love what he said. He said something about like a pimply 18-year-old is not going to know about what's in this fit product. He's not going to say, oh, there's Pepti Strong in here and blah, blah, blah. And so when somebody walks up, they're not getting the benefit of knowing what this liquid gold is right here in this product that they're missing, because they're walking over to the, Monster drink, or, you know what I mean? Like, they're walking over to something else. So that just was an aha moment for me to think about it that way, that, you know what, we're doing an injustice to people if we don't tell them. By holding it in to us, it's like keeping it to ourselves. And we would be doing an injustice to society. Make would be if they tried to put it on the shelf and sell it that way. And sure, they would have commercials and they would tell people, I don't watch TV, so I would have never saw it. So I feel like this is the best way, and it's for us who like to go out and educate people and to bless people in different ways. This is a great way for us to be able to do that. So I'm grateful for that makeup, or different. It's a whole different way of thinking for me, like I said. And you as a scientist, it's different than, than what we were used to.
Right.
No, we're used to. So I love it.
Yeah, it's much different. But, for Dr. Mark and I, we have this philosophy that if we can teach people and educate people, then we can build their confidence. And because I will tell you this, I mean, I've dealt with it many, many times with our affiliates. They go to somebody in a gym, and the gym guy's just like, yeah, get that stuff out of here. It doesn't work. And they just write it off. Well, if they're not confident to say, you're wrong, then they just walk out and they feel defeated. But our objective is to build confidence. And we can do that by educating and by teaching. And so we constantly, like if you go back and look at our Peptides 101 podcast, and it's exactly what it's titled, and we'll do a Peptides 101 like every quarter or so, just to get back to the basics and keep people, what is a peptide? Well, a peptide is 2 amino acids up to 50 amino acids held together by a variety of peptide bonds, right? I mean, that's a really simple explanation of what a peptide is. But what is a bioactive peptide versus what is a therapeutic peptide? And so then you can start getting into that. But the only way that you teach is through education, through podcasts, through, doing our little videos that we do. Every every opportunity to teach, we are like on it, and it doesn't matter. So, both of us, both
Y'all
of
do a
us,
great job.
yeah, we have a heart of teachers, and I tell you what, I think it's great because if we can build the confidence in our affiliates, then they're going to be able to spread that word. And for me, I'll tell you this, if I was just able to help one person not die like my dad did and not have to sit there and watch that process of the way he died and how painful it was for him, if I can just help one person. But Make Wellness gives us the opportunity to help hundreds of thousands of people. So it's multiplied big time. So I could never ask
Yeah.
anything more, but yeah, that's it.
Me too. I'm very grateful for it. And I'm grateful for you. I really appreciate you coming on here. I think we had a lot of good conversations. I hope it, like I said, a lot of people get some good information from it and be able to build on that. And they can always contact me. They can contact you. I'm going to put all the stuff in the comments below, however that's done, where they can find the podcast for y'all that you and Dr. Mark, and then any other, your information too on there so that they can look you up and listen to all of your other education that you've done in the past, the other podcasts you've done. And hopefully we get to have you on again too, because this is really good. And like I said, I still have other, like the more you were talking, I was like, oh, I have that question.
Look, we
More
barely,
questions.
yeah, we barely scratched the surface of what we can talk
I
about.
know.
There's a lot
I
to,
know.
this
I
is a
know.
complex subject, Dr. Aimee, no doubt about it.
I know. Well, thank you so much. Tell Lauren we said hello, and I really appreciate you. Have
Thank
a
you for
great
having
day.
me.
Thank
Next time
you.
I'm gonna have to come down and get in studio with you.
I would love that. I'll bring you. I said I'll bring you fishing. Somebody will bring you fishing. I'll come with you. Somebody will bring you fishing.
Yeah, we'll do that.
If you come, let's make a date.
Sounds good.
All right.
All right. Take
Take
care,
care.
Dr.
Thank
Aimee. Thank
you.
you.
All right. Bye-bye.